Hey, this is Stay Warm 420. And you are about to experience viewer takeover.
This is Viewer Takeover, where we film every I don't know what day today is. Monday night?
Sure. Well, for another 45 minutes.
Sure. Monday night, and then we bring it to you super crazy early Tuesday morning. And this will be the very last time we do it in this format, because we are saying goodbye to Dez on the channel. This is his last Viewer Takeover. We're not going to get all crazy and sentimental, because we're going to get all crazy and sentimental on the Litterbox episode, and on top of that, on next week's episode of Why We Love, which will be his official last appearance on the channel.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did to offend you.
I just can't quit you.
Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah. Weird context, but sure.
We do make a cute couple.
Yeah.
It turns out, after all.
Yeah. It's the matching bald heads.
It may be. This is really why he's leaving. Like, once I shave my head, he's like, I'm out of here.
I can be the only bald guy. Actually, we just hired another guy at work, and he's another bald guy. So now there are 5 bald or shaved head guys at work. And he made a comment about it. He's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't do this to get this job. It's a little weird. But.
This is Viewer Takeover. I don't know what we're doing anymore. I'm Brian Paul. That's Dezrah the Strange. And every week on Viewer Takeover, we try to answer your comments or your questions. But man, we have so many people to thank.
Yes.
And I think the first person we have to thank is Stay Warm 420, the Game Cat.
Oh my God. That intro was amazing. And my only question is, how did you get into Brian's apartment?
Yeah. Right. That is my apartment.
That is like exactly what every square inch of his apartment looks like.
Excellent. But without the child crying in the background.
Well, not anymore.
Right. Took care of that, man. Jesus. This is a show already off the rails.
It's never on the rails.
No, that's pretty much true.
And I hit the mic again.
So thank you very much, Stay Warm 420. We appreciate your that amazingly edited introduction. We want to make it very clear to people that if you want to send us a Viewer Takeover introduction, without parole@gmail.com, keep it short, keep it simple, keep it sexy, and keep it low res so it fits in the inbox. We want to make sure people know they don't have to do anything crazy like that. Just put the camera on yourself, point your phone at yourself, and say, hey, whatever your name is, welcome to Viewer Takeover. Keep it simple, man. But we do love this on occasion.
Yeah, the extra effort is appreciated.
For sure.
Thank you.
But Stay Warm 420 obviously isn't the only person we want to thank. We also want to thank these people. These people down here. These are our awesome Patreon supporters. Went to patreon.com/withoutparole.
Games.
Did you just give them the finger?
No, I went like that because I was pointing down there.
And my peripherals, like, why are you flipping them off?
It's my last goddamn show.
Patreon.com/withoutparole.
Seacrest out.
And they're giving us $1 or more every single month. It gets their name down here on this illustrious list, but it also gets some episodes of the Litterbox, episodes that Dez and I film every single week.
Or used to.
Won't be doing that anymore.
But litter boxes are still going to happen just because Dez isn't here.
They're going to be wildly different.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a few interesting things for the Patreon supporters coming up for sure. Just like some bonus content that's nice, kind of hilarious, to be honest. So make sure, like, seriously, guys, if you don't support us on Patreon and you're like, oh, I don't need to give these guys money. I don't give anybody money. Think about $1. Right?
$12 a year.
Like, just how much $1 a month really is, and how much it would really, really mean to us if you considered heading over there and giving us $1. The link is in the description, and we obviously try to give back to you for it. Yeah. Thank you very much for it. And of course, the Patreon supporters, not the only people we want to thank.
No, it is not. We want to thank the wonderful people who changed their name to something the Game Cat.
And Game Cats, of course, the loyal following of Without Parole.
Yeah, this is yet another way to support. So let's say, okay, hey, you don't have your finances in order, or even better, you have done that. You have become a Patreon supporter, and you want to find just one more way you can help support the show.
Buy a T-shirt.
Oh, there you can do that.
It's also down there. Yeah.
But yeah, change your name to something the Game Cat. It'll show all of YouTube that you are the fluffiest of the fluffy, the loyal Game Cats. So this week, this is
who changed your name to Game Cat this week?
I'm
so glad I don't have to say this.
Anteakmd. Anteakmd. Anteakmd?
I think maybe he's a doctor. Maybe he's like...
Maybe
he like antiques.
Antique doctor. Antique MD.
Hell yeah.
Boom. Nailed it.
If we get that wrong, please tell us. Also,
don't.
If we got it right, definitely please tell us.
No, we did not get that wrong. You are now Antique MD. We have defined you.
The Antique Doctor.
Antique MD, the Game Cat. We also have Batman, MANN, the Game Cat.
Yeah, we've got like 3 different Batman game cats. I love it. There's Bat_N_ the game cat.
That's true, yes. BAT space MANN _ the Game Cat.
You know, as much as I love weeks when there's like 8 or 10 people that change their names, the editing work that goes into that, I'm so happy there's just 2 this week. If you change your name to GameCat to show your support to the channel, make sure you put somewhere in the comments #GameCat so I can find you nice and easy. I think people try to tell me on the Discord, and I was like, please do it in the comments.
We make it very clear.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, but the point of this show is not to just thank people all day, although we are very appreciative. It's to answer some of your questions. And because this is your last episode, Des, you know what? Hold on a second, real quick. I just forgot about this. It's been sitting on the desk all night. Want to give a shout out to Woody the Bluebird, who sent me not only this awesome poker chip.
Very cool.
It's like nice and weighty. It's like a real poker chip, but also this pack of cards, promotional materials from what he said for Blood and Truth, and from what I know, actually he sent me the note right here. Just showed up at the post office box. Like, wasn't like, hey, I'm going to send this to you or anything. It just showed up magically. So thank you very, very much, man. We appreciate it. You know, I've got all sorts of like ridiculous tchotchkes around here, and it's going to find a nice home on the Gamescast set.
I like that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so if you want to submit your question for viewer
And
takeover,
that's why it's my last episode.
make sure
We were joking before, now he's actually going to fire me.
make sure you put #viewer takeover in the comments, all one word, so we can find your viewer takeover question or comment nice and easy, or join us on Discord. That link is in the description, and submit your question or comment in the #viewer takeover channel. All right, first question. This is all by the way. This is big sayonara Dezrah episode. Obviously this isn't your last appearance on the channel, but this is your last viewer takeover.
It is,
and it's really like next week's episode of Why We Love. It's sort of, there's a different theme going on there, and so we want to kind of take out some time and respond to some of the cats and you know, do some goodbye questions.
Okay.
Starting off with Nerfenstein, aka Girly Gamer, from Discord.
Hi, Nerf.
Hey. She writes #viewer takeover.
Like a pro.
Yeah. Des. Question for Des.
Yes.
Get your attention. Will we still see him, or you,
Me,
and Amanda over on Amanda's channel for the odd live stream? That's actually how it was written, I promise you.
Yep. So yes, Amanda did take a little bit of a break the past couple weeks with my job changing and everything. Like, our house has been thrown into total chaos. Things are starting to normalize a little bit now. So she intends to continue streaming. You may have caught me last week as a little substitute. I streamed Trover, which was, well, actually, I know you caught me because you were there. Which was a train wreck of a stream. So thankfully she's decided to take the reins back, and she'll be streaming for the future. Unfortunately, we still don't have enough supporters to actually change the name to something other than, I think you need like 100 subscribers or something, and she still doesn't quite have that. So it's so I can't give you an easy URL to go to, but if you just search,
once you subscribe, and and if you search Amanda Attacks PSVR,
yeah, search Amanda Attacks PSVR, you'll find us. But it's not yet youtube.com/ we can't do that yet. So subscribe, so that way we can do that, make it easier for you to find us. But yes, Amanda is continuing. I will continue being her producer for that. And I don't know, I'm not a very good streamer, I think is what I've found out. So
yeah, but we'll see you on occasion, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll hear my voice in the background. And yeah,
awesome.
So definitely come check out Amanda's channel, though.
Also, on a totally unrelated note,
yes,
but somewhat related because it's Nerfenstein. Nerfenstein created the coolest logo for PSVR without Parole. Yeah, with Cat with the headset on, very cool Game Cat logo. I'm going to be stealing that logo. Yeah. And putting it on T-shirts, so people can have like something that says something other than Game Cat. If you're a logo like kind of person. Oh, very cool. It's adorable, and I want one. Yeah. And so I got to put it on a T-shirt, and she gave me permission to do that. Oh, and actually, saying that, like, Nerfenstein's channel, go watch her channel. She has amazing. She does Nerf weapon mods. She does like PSVR reviews.
She does PSVR reviews too. She takes like game board pieces and changes them. Like one of my favorite board games is Forbidden Island, and she's got a tutorial where she actually paints the pieces, because the whole idea is the pieces are like treasures that you have to find.
I remember this game.
Okay,
Yeah.
and she takes them and makes them actually look like real bronze, and
Nice.
just gorgeous, like incredibly talented. Her daughter is fantastically talented as well. Like it's a stupid, ridiculously talented family, and on her channel she shows you how to make a bunch of the stuff. So definitely check that out.
You're up, Asia.
Yes. So we have RyPop. Who's that guy?
Hey, Rypop.
On Discord. Hey, Ry.
Johnny Rypop.
Hashtag viewer takeover, like a pro. Scotty Dez. So that's what they come, because Amanda calls me Scott on her channel, and now he's kind of morphed to Scotty Dez.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if he just like didn't know what to write and wrote both.
No. That's an Amanda's fan thing.
Okay.
Can you name your favorite episode / game that you had to cover for Why We Love?
Let's stop there. Take that first.
Okay. Favorite episode. I don't know. I mean, like the one that jumps to mind, which and I think I talked about it in our next episode, is when we had my friend Anthony as a guest host, and we talked about Super Hot. That was just really cool.
That was my favorite because I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But
like a favorite typical one, I think the Mervils sticks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hated the game, but it was just so fun having like such a different, feelings about it, and that was kind of the start of Des hates Mervils, but of course Brian has to love it even more. That's probably one that sticks out.
I want to jump in and say I learned something about about critical thinking, about critical analysis of video games because of this show, because of Why We Love, because it was so hard for me especially, to love Resident Evil 7 as much as I did, and go into it being like, oh, I'm just gonna rave about it for a half an hour.
Yeah.
And within minutes I was like, I've said everything I want to say.
Yeah.
Like it's more difficult, I think, to talk about a game that you love.
It is.
And talk about it in a critical fashion than it is to talk about a game that you hate.
Yeah.
Things that here are all the things that I hate. I can get like angry about and blah blah blah. But man, to talk about Resident Evil 7, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot during that episode. It's one of my least favorite episodes, and it's my
really?
favorite game that I've pretty much ever played.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to. He didn't even ask me. I answered a question.
No, that's good.
All right. What's the next?
When you did reviews, what game made you cringe the most? Snow Fight? No.
Snow Fortress? Is that what
Snow
it's called?
Fortress. Snow Fortress.
Snow Fortress. That's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe I made you review that one.
That was
Yeah. You were like, I don't want to review games anymore.
yeah, that was bad. I think the other one that made me cringe the most, and for different reasons, Abduction.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
We ever aired that? I don't think I ever aired the review.
I think that one got lost in my hard drive switch too. So
it was such a disappointment and everything. But yeah, Snow Fortress was a game that was bad because it had no reason to be good. It wasn't very well made to begin with. It wasn't, made with a lot of care or concern. I don't know. Maybe it was a very small development team, but it was just not about. Abduction was the opposite side of the coin. It had everything going for it. It should have been amazing, and it was just.
yeah.
Yeah. So
let me read the rest of this because it's kind of saying it to you. It says, Des, it was an honor to hear your perspective on different titles.
Thank you.
Thank you, my good man. I know that I will always be around, even if you're not. See you cats in October with some coffee. Cheers.
Yay! Yes. RyPop is one of the people who's already confirmed to be joining us. And we mentioned it, I think, on the Litter Box episode this week. But this is a nice segue. Thank you for providing that for us, RyPop. October 19th, 2019, Six Flags, New England. We will be doing a Game Cat meetup there. Now, as far as what exactly that's going to look like, whether we have some special pricing breakdown, that's still up in the air.
Yeah.
But what is not up in the air is within the next few days, or maybe even earlier, depending on when this exactly hits, there will be a link to a Google form. It's going to be in the comments here. It's going to be on the Discord. It's going to be everywhere you see this smiling face here. There's going to be a way to find this link. Click on that link. There's going to be a quick 3 or 4 questions just asking you if you think you're coming, and just an email or way to contact you.
Sexual orientation.
Yeah, well, anyways. we're not trying to keep super tabs on people. We just want an idea of how many people are going to come, because if it gets over a certain amount of people, there might be some perks we can get from Six Flags. If it's not, that's cool anyways. We're thrilled and shocked and amazed beyond belief that anyone would take time out to come visit us anyways. So it's not like, oh, if you don't have 50 people, everything sucks, we're not going to do it. No, if one person shows up, we'll be amazed.
And on top of that, again, I know this is, I don't want people to not sign the form, but I do want to reiterate that this isn't like you have to sign the form if you're coming. If you're still up in the air, if you're not going to be able to decide till the last minute, if you're not sure, it's fine. Just, show up, and we'll be pleasantly surprised when you unexpectedly show up. But yeah, this is to get a better idea of how many people to expect. Right now, I don't know if it's going to be 10 people or 100 people.
Right.
God, I hope it's 10.
Yeah, and then the form will basically say, no, I'm definitely not coming. Yes, I'm definitely coming. Or maybe. And basically all I'm going to do with those email addresses, those don't live or go anywhere else. It's just going to be, if we get information, those are the people we're going to send the information to. Because we don't want to turn every episode for the next month into spamming about details on this.
Yeah, probably will anyway.
Well, if you're interested, let us know there, and we can tell you. If you're not interested, then you'll never hear about it again.
All right. I'm up, Asia. This is Our Seek. I just have to say it twice because he wrote it twice. Yep. The Game Cat. On Discord, he writes, #viewer takeover.
Like a pro.
Please, Des, come back at least once a year for a special episode and keep sharing your passions in the Litterbox episodes.
So very special episodes. Well, unless Ghost Giant 2 comes out, I don't know if we're going to have many very special episodes. Oh. That's another one, actually, Yeah, Ghost Giant, but that's up on their list.
The door, I want to, just for people who don't know what's happening behind the scenes, nothing's happening behind the scenes.
We're pretty open about it.
Yep, my door is always open, and Des is always welcome here. And if he ever wants to come back for a guest spot, if he played a cool game and he just wants to talk about it, and he's got some time on his hands that week, he's more than welcome to come back whenever he fucking feels like it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, that's pretty much it. I think the Litterbox episodes, I would feel absolutely comfortable and happy coming back for a Why We Love episode. I don't know if a Litterbox would be appropriate for me anymore, just because, I think the Litterbox has always been the behind the scenes, what's going on with the channel, the talking directly to the Patreon supporters. And, as much as I have been a part of the channel, I'm not going to be, a part of it. I'm not going to be one of the decision makers anymore. I'm not going to be, so I don't know. I think it'll be less likely to see me on the Letterboxd. If you really want to hear about me and my passions, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook anymore, and my life is so much better for it.
Good.
So yeah, there's that. But I think Letterboxd should be for Brian and the other hosts. I'm just defining that now arbitrarily.
All right, you're up, Asia.
So, Guyson on Discord.
Hey, Guyson.
Hey.
Fist bump to you.
#viewer takeover, like a pro. Question for both. Ooh.
Finally.
What were your expectations when Without Parole became a dedicated PSVR channel? And seeing how big it became today and a great community that came from it, what are your feelings for it now?
I thought we were going to crash and burn.
I was trying to talk him out of it.
Yeah. I basically was like, you know what, this is all I want to talk about, and that's what I kept saying every single episode. Like, this is all I want to talk about, and it didn't seem to make sense anymore. I was like, when we occasionally talking about other things, it didn't make sense. I was like, I don't care about this other stuff, like Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, this is a great game. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
like I want to talk about all I want to talk about all the time is PlayStation VR. It is the thing that reignited my love of video games and reignited my passion for it. And I was just like, we're gonna lose all of it. Like, we didn't have a lot of subscribers, right? But I was like, we're the ones we have, we're totally gonna lose. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we did.
We definitely lost some.
Yeah. Honestly, like, back at that point, we were probably 20 or 30 episodes in, I think. Yeah. To me being on the channel, and I was,
I don't know if it was that many. It was like maybe 15.
Was it? Okay,
something like that.
I did the math, but anyways, the point being, I was just like, first of all, I had to drag kicking and screaming into PSVR anyways.
Oh, I was so off. Yeah, it was like 40 episodes.
40 episodes, okay.
Something like that.
But because I know we did episode 50 of Without Parole before we even switched over to PSVR. Anyways, like I was not sure how much I'd be able to be a part of the channel, honestly, because I got so sick on some of the games. It's like, well, if it's going to be PSVR, first of all, at the time I didn't even have one. So, and then, I was getting sick. So I'm like, all right, well, you're super passionate about this. This is really cool. I don't know how much I'm going to be involved. Thankfully, we found out there was plenty of opportunities and amazing games out there for people who did get motion sick. So it ended up being great, and I am constantly amazed and blown away by how great the channel, how big the channel has become, how professional it looks, and how much support we're getting from you. And I think I said it during the Litterbox episode and the other episodes we recorded, but honestly, this community, one of the best things about my experience here, it has taught me that it is possible for the internet to have awesome, warm, supporting communities. It's not just a cesspool of filth and hate. There are shining little examples of humanity, and thank you for being that.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it any better, for sure.
All right.
And then finally, is this me?
Yes.
Mr. Sonic on Discord. Hashtag viewer takeover. He knows what's up. First part for Dez.
Okay.
What part of being on Without Parole will you miss the most?
Free games. No, that's not true.
Actually, that is part of it, yeah.
No,
I think I still owe you some money.
No, I've said it a few times. Honestly, it's been hanging out with Brian once a week.
Same.
Yeah. As much as I love y'all, one thing that for our younger viewers, one thing you'll unfortunately discover as you grow up, it is harder and harder to make time to hang out with friends.
Right. You need to make excuses. You're like, we need to film an episode.
No, you have to say, okay, we can get together at this time. It's, high school, college, maybe in a couple years after college, you can just sort of be hanging out and just like show up at someone's apartment and go. Eventually, it's like, no, unless you say Monday the 23rd at 5:00, we're going to hang out, put it on the calendar. Yeah. It just doesn't happen. And I'd like to make sure that doesn't happen with us. But reality being what it is, like we had every week, I knew I was going to hang out with Brian for 3 hours. Or 2 hours or whatever. And so that's going to be going away. And that is really the worst part of all this. There is the cool part. Yeah, I get to play all the cool games, and every once in a while I get to play a game that's not released yet. And oh boy, that's not really as important to me, honestly. So that's the biggest thing.
He says the picture I'm attaching is for both of you guys if you have the time. Which I will bring up right now on Discord.
If you got the time, we got the crime. No, other way around. If you got the crime, we got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang. No? Anybody? The electric company?
All right. The picture was, if you have to recommend someone to play 5 games to really get a feel for you and your tastes, what 5 games would you pick?
I ain't going to answer that.
Not yet.
Because we answer it in a few days.
Yeah, almost a week from now on Dez's last episode of Why We Love PSVR. Usually we don't tell people what games we're playing, because a lot of people said don't tell me. I like to be surprised when it pops up in my notifications. Oh, it's this game review discussion. But we're gonna spoil what Dez's last episode is about. It's basically when AJ, Dave, and I spent 7 hours discussing our top 20 list. I was shocked to see how many people said, well, what's Dez's top 20?
Yeah.
So we're giving it to you.
Yeah. So we'll that's as much as we'll spoil. So watch that. Get upset by my answers, and but yeah, anything on that list would be my answer of games you have to have. I do have since there's a top 20, there is a top 5. But since I'm not so hung up on rigid scoring for things, anything on that list I'm going to be super happy to play.
And finally, Mr. Sonic does kind of close out the question, and I think it's a good closing for the show as well. He says, finally, Des, we'll miss seeing you on the crew, but we will carry on the mission of not letting friends buy crap.
Yep. It's actually, I think there's been people who've said a lot of nice things about me and to me on the Discord and whatnot, but I think that's one of the most important things and one of the things I'm happiest to hear, because honestly, at the end of the day, that's what my mission was for this. Is like we all have different tastes. I'm not gonna love any horror games. Brian's not gonna like, I don't know, half the stuff I really find interesting. I guess I don't know. actually, wait. Anyways, the point being,
VR makes everything better.
It does. It does. Well, almost. The point being, like, I've never wanted to be the gatekeeper of taste. Like, no, you can't like this game because it's crap. You can't like this game because I don't like it. I'm more interested in, like, your time and your money is important. Your time is more important than your money. And I wanted, if I could do anything positive out of this, it's to help prevent you from buying something that's going to be a waste of either of those things.
Yeah. This channel, I think this channel does a lot of things. Yeah. But that's probably the most important thing that it does.
Yep. So thank you. You got it.
So that's it. This is Dezrah's last episode of Viewer Takeover. Obviously, we're not saying goodbye to him quite yet. If you guys are Patreon supporters, then you got a Litterbox episode coming your way, either right around now or last night or like tonight. I don't know when. I'll have to have time to do what. But so there's that, and then of course his final goodbye will be on this upcoming Monday's Why We Love episode. Yeah, it's been an awesome 3 years with you, Des. And
what a long, strange trip it's been.
Well, it sure has, man. There's and also we want to make sure that Viewer Takeover is not going away. We will continue doing Viewer Takeover every single week. But it will be Gamescast live format, and it'll be pre-recorded, so it will not be live, even though it's Gamescast live. And we did one episode of that. It seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the best way to take over this show. So
yeah, no, and it makes sense too, because that is kind of the core crew for the live show. So yeah, I think it's all good.
He likes it.
I do. I may even watch.
Dezrah, thank you for your dedication on all of these episodes of Viewer Takeover. We're going to miss you.
Thank you.
They're going to miss you.
I'm going to miss this.
Indeed. Yeah. For another episode of Viewer Takeover. Oh, wait, make sure you send your Viewer Takeover questions to in the comments with hashtag Viewer Takeover, or join our Discord. Do that anyway. Submit your Viewer Takeover questions in the hashtag Viewer Takeover channel on Discord. Also, change your name to GameCat. Put hashtag GameCat in the comments so we can give you a shout out on next week's show. Also, give us $1, $1, $1.50, $2. Hey, if you really like us, give us $5. Patreon.com/withoutparole.
Games.
My name is Brian. That's Dezrah the Strange. We love you all.